From 13 WREX, your weather authority, this is 13 News Weekend.
Last night at approximately 6:55 p.m., 911 center received phone calls of shots being fired inside the Don Carter lanes at 4007 East State Street in Rockford. Upon arrival, officers heard gunfire from inside the building. Those officers immediately entered the building in an attempt to locate and apprehend the offender.
A tragic and mass shooting in Rockford claims the lives of 3 people and injured 3 others and devastated the community one day after Christmas. We continue tonight with more breaking details and the latest from authorities who say they have arrested the man responsible. Police say he is Duke Webb. He was taken into custody last night after police identified him as the shooter. He is charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, 3 counts of attempted murder, and also 3 counts of attempted murder. He's scheduled to be in court tomorrow. And here's what we know so far about Webb. Rockford Police Chief Dan O'Shea says he's an active military service member serving in the Special Forces in the Army. He has been stationed in Florida but was on leave at the time of the shooting. Police did not believe Webb knew any of the victims and say they believe the shooting was random. The United States Army released a statement today saying Webb joined the Army in 2008 and was Special Forces Assistant Operations and Intelligence Sergeant. The statement says, in part, we are shocked and saddened to learn about the tragic event, and our thoughts and prayers are with the families of those killed and wounded. And we are also learning more about the victims in last night's shooting. Among those dead are a 73-year-old man, a 65-year-old man, and a 69-year-old man. 2 teenagers who were there to pick up carryout orders were injured. A 14-year-old boy was shot in the face and airlifted to Madison, where he is recovering. A 16-year-old girl was shot in the shoulder and has been released from the hospital. And a 62-year-old man was shot several times and was in surgery overnight. Chief O'Shea says his condition is critical.
This morning we have 3 families who are mourning the loss of their loved ones, and we have 3 additional families who are praying that their loved ones live throughout these really horrific injuries. Among those, a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old. My thoughts and prayers are with them. My heart is with their families during this most difficult time.
And for the first time this morning, Winnebago County and Rockford City leaders laid out a timeline and released more details on how this shooting happened and how Webb was apprehended. We break down all what we have learned in the last 24 hours.
Our hearts go out to the family members of all 6 victims in this tragedy.
A tragedy is how local leaders describe the shooting that rocked the city of Rockford the day after Christmas. On Saturday, Rockford police say 37-year-old Duke Webb shot 6 people inside Don Carter lanes.
Within several minutes, the officers were able to locate what they believed was a suspect, and he was taken into custody without any officers firing their weapons. Suspect had attempted to obscure his identification and hide his weapons prior to the officers taking him into custody.
But the damage was already done. 3 men, 65, 69, and 73 years old, all died from the shooting. A 14-year-old boy, a 16-year-old girl, and a 69-year-old man survived, but the man is still in critical condition.
This morning we have 3 families who are mourning the loss of their loved ones.
The shooting pushed Rockford to a record number of murders in 1 year, making 2020 the deadliest in history. City officials have once again found themselves pleading for the violence to end.
We know that this type of violence needs to stop. This type of violence in the city of Rockford needs to stop. This type of violence throughout our country needs to stop.
Police say the shooting was random, leaving an entire community wondering why? A question investigators hope to answer. Not only is the community mourning the loss of 3 innocent lives, but reeling over the violence at a beloved Rockford icon. 13 News reporter Richard Bodie shows us the emotion in the aftermath.
A city in shock. How could this happen?
It was just senseless. Nobody knows who this person was. They just came in at random and started shooting. You never think that you have to live through it.
The suspect, 37-year-old Duke Webb, was a complete stranger to Jamie Funk, who manages Shooter's Bar above Don Carter lanes. While Funk wasn't working Saturday night, his 2 children were.
My daughter was behind the bar. working. My son was working upstairs, and all he did is drag her out and jump off the balcony to go get help.
They managed to escape. 6 others weren't as lucky. They were all shot. 3 of them were killed. Funk says he's sickened by the tragedy and asks for prayers.
I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go next with it.
And a little more than half a day later, it's eerily quiet outside the Rockford business as mourners come to pay their respects.
I couldn't sleep, not 1 hour. It's hard for me to eat, man, just to know that 3 lives were gone.
Isaiah Box is a regular at Don Carter Lanes and says he knew 3 of the victims.
It feels like a dream. It doesn't even feel like it's real that this can happen in a small town in Rockford.
And now, friends, family, and neighbors are left to grieve an unimaginable loss from an unthinkable crime. For your 13 Weather Authority, Richard Bodie, 13 News.
A vigil is scheduled outside the bowling alley at 6:30 on Tuesday. And authorities and community members are mourning this horrific act of violence that happened just one day after Christmas. And with that, they are calling for the support of Don Carter Lane's business, which is a popular landmark establishment that people of all ages have enjoyed for decades. The family-owned bowling alley is known for its celebrations and contributions to charity. Mayor Tom McNamara is urging the community to now step forward and support this beloved business.
When you think of Don Carter's, you think about families and friends coming together during good times. You think of the tournaments that they've hosted, the birthday parties that they've hosted, the charity fundraisers that they do for so many local nonprofits. I myself have attended so many nonprofit fundraisers as well as birthday parties for nephews at this establishment. Don Carter's even hosts a Miracle Mile business organizations and neighborhood meetings right there at their establishment. This is obviously an incredibly difficult time for their family and for all of their employees. We as Rockfordians owe them our support during this tough time.
Authorities say the business was following COVID-19 mitigation orders at the time. The downstairs area, which includes the bowling alley and a bar, were shut down. But the upstairs area, which includes an outdoor balcony and an open-air dining with double garage doors, was open. A manager we spoke with last night said this could have been much worse had more people been inside the establishment. Winnebago County Board Chairman Joe Shirelli spoke with us today and says he was in disbelief when he got the call about the shooting Saturday night.
I'm just so upset about this, and just the poor families that have to endure this, and the victims that lost their lives, and the ones that are suffering, that are still being treated. It's just unimaginable. And I just pray for everybody that's involved.
Shirelli says any violence in our community is too much, and it's time the community comes together. We will continue to follow this story tomorrow with updates on Webb's bond hearing. For all of our coverage this evening, you can go to our website at www.wrex.com.